Okay, so we've been seeing you out here on the court a lot. Looks like you're doing pretty well as far as your recovering and back. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Day by day, gotta get my wrist stronger and more flexion in my wrist.
See your ability to catch the ball. What can't you do yet? What kind of restrictions do you have still?
I can pretty much do everything. It's kind of still hard for me to dribble. Can't do contact, so everything. But like, I can dribble, but give me a little bit of pain, and I just can't do contact yet.
You still think it might be realistic to think you could get ready for opening day? The season opener?
Yeah. Possibly. I don't know. Possibly.
What's been standing out to you so far about this team, watching them on the court in training camp?
Just the competitiveness, just like Herb and Zion going at it, like it doesn't matter who's out there. They're just gonna compete, grab each other, push each other around, compete, and all that.
How are you able to continue to learn and improve things that you need to improve on, even though you can't fully participate?
Kind of like a visual learner. Just keep and just work on it when I have the time to. Right now, but just visualizing.
How excited are you to actually get back out on the court?
Very excited. Can't wait.
Does it feel good to at least still be do some shooting, do some drills and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you make of the change in pace of play between? What do you make of the change of pace of play between summer league and what you're watching happen at camp?
Yeah, these dudes out here be moving. They're all athletic, strong, and all that. So they're grown men. So it's just definitely a change of pace and change a notch up a notch.
Oh, so how's everything been this first week?
Everything's been great. Just getting our feet wet. Me, Micah, and Derik, we the rookies, so we new to everything. But just continuing to learn and just taking everything day by day and step by step, and trying to fill out the coaches a little more. I mean, we got some new faces here, so just trying to figure them out and understand our system.
What's been the level of intensity? Has it been faster paced, a lot more work? Kind of, how do you gauge that?
I would definitely say a lot more competitive. I feel like everybody's been getting after it. We've been going at each other, been talking a little bit, and just pushing each other to get better. I know it's a long season. We're about to play against some really good guys, so we're just trying to get each other ready for what's about to come.
Jeremiah, we know you're a very confident individual, regardless of how old you are. Have you been, though, picking anybody's brain throughout this training camp thus far?
Yeah, for sure. I've been talking to Jordan a little bit. He's been giving me a lot of great advice and just continuing to kind of be that help and that older guy that you need to kind of be in your ear and give you every little piece of advice that you think that you need.
What's it been like to come into a team where there's so many other point guards that have had success in the NBA and kind of can maybe go? It seems like they're all different type of guys too, with Jordan and DeJounte and Jose.
Yep. It's been great. Just continuing to learn from all of them. Like you said, they all have different games. So I think just continuing to listen and pick their brain and continuing to watch more film on their game as well and trying to see what I could take from their game, add to my game, and just continuing to talk and be on that same page because we the point guard, so we're going to have to be the voice of the team.
You mentioned trying to get to know the coaches, the players a little bit better. Anyone that surprised you so far?
I'll say Sadiq. Sadiq brings a lot to our team this year. Shoot the ball really well. Really nice frame, and he can rebound and he could guard as well. So I think Sadiq. I would definitely say Sadiq surprised me the most this far.
What have you seen from Micah Peavy so far? Maybe both ends of the floor.
Man, Micah, he can shoot the ball off the catch. He can put the ball on the floor. He crashes the glass really hard, and he's a tough nose on defense. So he's somebody that you want on your team. He's gonna go out there, compete, and he's gonna try to guard everybody's best player as well.
Anytime we ask someone about you, that they talk about being impressed by your maturity and your competitiveness and skill level at 18. How much pride do you take in that?
Oh, I mean, I appreciate my teammates talking so well and so highly of me. But just continuing to take everything day by day and continuing to keep learning. That's going to be the biggest thing for me. Like you said, being 18, you know a lot, but you don't know everything. So continuing to keep learning, keep asking everybody questions.
You're excited for your birthday in a couple of weeks? You're
yes,
no
sir.
longer 18?
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of talented teammates with the ball. What's been the adjustment for you? Let's say if someone else has the ball in their hand, what's been the focus for you when you're off the ball?
Just continuing to move without the ball and trying to put myself in the right position and just continuing to learn from other guys, other point guards such as Jordan. He's played off the ball a couple years of his career, so just continuing to watch him and watch the way he moves without the ball and watch the way he get a ball up and continue to keep moving and get everybody else involved as well.
Did they have any set back screens and stuff?
Yeah, they got me setting some back screens. They got me swinging the ball, moving out the ball, a couple cuts, quick cuts, a couple flare screens and stuff like that.
Have you had any lobs to Zion, anything like that yet?
Man, I've had 2 so far, but I'm looking forward to a couple more in the season. It's gonna be a really cool experience, and I know he's one of a kind athletically.
What was it like playing and practicing with Zion, picking it up after watching it for so long?
I mean, it's great. He brings a lot to the table. He really contributes on both ends of the court, and he's somebody that you can learn from. He's our captain, obviously, so we just continue to learn and ask him questions as well.
Have you been a little surprised about some of these younger guys, they're 25, 26, how much of a leadership role they've taken on with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. Usually other teams have a couple vets that's 36, 37. Our vets is more 28, 29. So just being able to learn from them. And I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. So obviously they got some knowledge, and we got a couple guys that won some NBA championships. So ask some questions and just continue to build our chemistry.
Does it help to relate to them with them being so close in age?
It does. It actually does. Them being close to your age, they kind of relate to kind of what you went through and what you're going through, because they did it, but it wasn't that long ago. So, I mean, just continuing to do what you do, and like I said, ask everybody questions, because you can learn something from every single body on our team.
Have you figured out how you're going to spend 20 hours on a flight?
I haven't. That's a long flight. I'm thinking sleep a little bit, and then I downloaded some movies, but I mean, no Wi-Fi. I would probably say sleep. Sleep a lot, recover, and definitely watch some movies. Try to watch a little bit of YouTube, download some videos if it let me.
Who do you watch on YouTube?
I watch a lot of basketball. Rico Hines. I watch some of our games from the past couple years, and I really watch a lot of basketball when I get on YouTube.
So what's the level of intensity been like for the first few days of training camp here?
It's been a lot. Everybody just wants to compete. Everybody wants to just get better. I think it's going to be a fun season.
I asked Coach Green about you. They've been talking a lot about the first round picks, but obviously you come in, you've established yourself in practice. He's saying you're definitely not flying under the radar in practice. What are you bringing?
Just my intensity, defense, offense, crashing the glass, just making winning plays. We have a lot of guys who can make shots. I'm gonna do all the dirty work to make everything easy for them.
You're making shots too.
For sure, but you know what I'm saying.
And I know it's not NBA game speed yet because it's not an actual game, but you talked about media day needing to adjust because you knew it was going to be a faster pace. You got to think quick and all that. How have you adjusted, you feel like?
I think process been? I think it's been pretty easy. Before training camp, just doing extra conditioning, just getting my body in shape for this grind, this season we're about to have. So I think I'm adjusting well.
Michael, what stood out about your teammates during this? Has anything stood out? Whether some of the veterans, maybe they speak to you, or some of the rookies that have looked good, what stood out?
Just communication. How much everybody just talks. It's just helping everybody get better, helping me learn, because I don't know everything right now. I don't know all the plays, but they're teaching me, and the vets have been helping a lot.
How much can you either talk to or just watch Herb in terms of some of the stuff that you can model your game with? It seems like the way you talk kind of sounds a little bit like him in terms of understanding what your role is going to be, what your strengths are.
I watch him a lot, and he helps me a lot, on the side. Just if I mess up, he's coming over, just telling me what to do. He's helping a lot.
What do you feel like has been a bigger transition, the pace of play or just the concepts that they're putting into training camp?
I think they're both similar. I don't think it's been that hard for me. At Georgetown, we had a great coach that taught us a lot of stuff that we're learning now, so it's not that hard.
Do you have everything downloaded for the flight?
I don't. I need to go do that right after this. Got to get my Netflix. So.
What's the longest plane flight you've taken before this one?
I think I took a 12-hour. I think I went to Paris and London, so this 20 hours is crazy. It's gonna be different, but I'm excited to go out there and show what we got.
She mentioned that your coach has been praising you pretty heavily, which is pretty rare for a rookie to get the kind of compliments that. Can you talk about defensively what the adjustment has been? And I know a lot of guys talk about from going from college to the NBA, just the level of talent is obviously so much higher. But I mean, what has that been like in terms of just getting used to the best players that you're going against?
Like I said, I don't think it's been that big of an adjustment. I put my defense up there with the best of them. And learning from her, it's helped me a lot. So, yeah, it hasn't been that big of an adjustment.
So how was practice today? What are you guys working on, focus on particularly?
Reviewing our defense, our principles, making sure we focus on rebounding, adding some layers defensively to continue to just add to our package, and then offensively a little on the ball, off the ball for our group. And so really intense practice. Guys are spirited. I know it's been a lot we're throwing at them, but they're picking it up and they're getting better and better.
You talked about everybody being spirited, but one name that's really stood out is Herb Jones. Does it feel like he's ready maybe to take a step forward in both not just leadership, but on the court, what it gives you as well?
He is. He's leading this group. He's becoming a bit more vocal. He's a quiet guy. That's just his nature, but he's a bit more vocal. And the biggest thing is he's doing it by example. That's who he's been since he's stepped foot in our building. High character, works hard. He competes night in and night out, and our group is following him.
We see Zion and Trey over there working on like some two-man reps. Just how important is it for them to get these early reps in, and how much of a role is that going to play like in your offense just this year, those two guys?
Yeah, it's important. It's important. Sometimes we think we could just step on a floor and it comes together, but it's really about working with different combinations, getting on the floor together, seeing how, what works for us and sticking with that, looking at things that we can improve on. But, the two-man combinations that we'll see sometimes, guys working together, looking at different, nuances of the game, talking through it, that's extremely helpful on both ends of the floor.
Not sure if this is the last time we'll talk to you before you guys leave for Australia, but is it too early to talk about, like, playing time during preseason, like how you distribute minutes, like, how many guys you play, stuff like that?
Yeah, not yet. We're not there yet. We got a long flight to think about it, but eventually we'll get to a point where we start looking at how many minutes we want to play guys and what's our rotations looking like.
Some of the players have talked about, in terms of their excitement to see Australia, kind of like different animals they want to see and stuff like that. Or and other guys have said, like, I want to stay in the hotel. I don't want to get near some of these dangerous animals. Is there stuff like that you're looking forward to doing, like some different nights and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to experiencing a different country. I haven't been there before. I'm looking forward to the fan engagement, fan interaction. I'm hearing that everyone's excited. We're excited to be able to have this opportunity. It's such a blessing when you really look at it in totality. So we're going to go. We're going to try to, continue to work hard and compete, but try to enjoy it as well. And I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to see anything outside of, like, practice and meetings and, a couple dinners would be nice, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to, get to see some of those animals these guys are talking about.
Do you have a feel at all for how huge the fan base in Australia is for the NBA? It seems like the last few years in particular, we hear from people from Australia more and more. It just seems like that country, the fan base is just increasing.
Yeah, I think it's a credit to the NBA and, they're being intentional about making the game as global as possible. And Australia is one of those countries that we've seen a number of really good basketball players, Dyson and Patty Mills, and I can go on, a longer list, but we've seen some really good players come from the country, and so they're excited about the game. We're excited to go there and compete, and try to enjoy it as well.
What's been most surprising for you about Jeremiah Fear so far?
Say it again.
What's been most surprising for you about Jeremiah Fear so far?
His ability he just doesn't back down from anything. He's tough. He wants to grow and get better. He's extremely talented, and the fact that he's doing this at 18 years old is incredible. Most of us couldn't touch the surface that he's on right now, and the fact that he can do this so young, he has a maturity about him that I love. He goes about his work. He comes in every day. He's getting after it. So just a lot of, I have a lot of passion, and I'm grateful for the things that he's able to do at this age. And then it's still our responsibility to help him navigate this.
Willie, I know you were asked about the starting lineup yesterday, and you don't want to delve into that yet, but I'm curious, what do you want to see out of your starting center? Because you seem to have two really good options in both Eves, who started last year, for, of course, Kavan, what he did over at Golden State.
Number one, anchoring our defense. Early, loud, and continuous communication. Being a big that, can guard and pick and rolls. Can execute multiple coverages. Competing is rebounding. Competing is getting up the floor, setting screens. And so those are just some of the concepts that we want. But it's really about who's going to give us the best opportunity to win games.
In the past, you've opted to use versatile lineups with a lot of switchy defenders and to increase the spacing. You have Saddiq Bey on the team now. Do you feel like you might be able to hit that button again if you want to turbocharge your offense or just speed up the defense a little more?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we will have multiple guys that we can put on the floor that gives us that type of spacing offensively, but really just the defensive mindset. We can get steals and deflections. We can rebound. We can get out and run. And so we're going to continue to work with some of those groups for sure.
Obviously, the league changes every single year, but how much of training camp is still like an emphasis on the basics of spacing, pace, just the fundamentals, as opposed to introducing new concepts?
I think the biggest part in training camp, it starts with the mentality to have a competitive edge. And then you sort of build out from there. Now you build out how you want to defend. What's our rebounding technique? Being a protect the paint team, contesting shots at a high level. You build out your offense, playing fast, rebounding the ball, getting to space, setting good screens, sharing the basketball. But it starts, all of those tie into competition for us. And so we want to be a team that steps on the floor every night and give ourselves an opportunity to win. So we're just working on some of those concepts. But first, it starts with the mentality of competing night in and night out.